It's fantastic to be here. The other reason we want to talk to you as well, of course, not many people have been AFC Wimbledon manager in the past. The kind of season the Dons have had, they've got the great escape.
Unbelievable. I know that I think Ards did similar sort of thing. I remember when he went in after Brownie, and everybody thought they were dead and buried. And I'll be honest, I thought they were dead and buried. I really did. I nothing ever surprises me at the place, you know that. But the turnaround, and it wasn't immediate when the new manager came in. It seemed to take him a while, but the form in the last, I want to say 12 games off the top of my head, was nigh on championship form, you know. And listen, delighted, you know, first result to look for. Always has been, you know, to see how you've got on, you know.
It's been a season of transition, of course. We spoke to Terry when he came down for the Bristol Rovers game. He wanted to pay tribute to and say a few words about Eric Samuelson. I suppose you'd like to say a few words too.
Yeah, he was here the other week.
Yeah.
He came to one of the games, him and Eileen, and top man. You know, I think there's, listen, AFC Wimbledon isn't about one man, it's about many men, you know. But there are people who have played massive roles and been at the club at the right time, and Eric falls in that category. I love my time. We used to argue the piece out about something, then we'd move on to the next thing, it'd be fine, and then we'd move on to the third thing that we'd disagree, and we always had that real honesty between us, and for the better of the football club was always what we wanted, and he, you know, he's so straight-laced and dry, and you know, my accent and my size can intimidate people. I never intimidated him once, and he used to giggle if he thought I was trying to intimidate him. But top man deserves his retirement, you know, deserves to be welcomed with a red carpet every time he walks in the door. And as I say, he came here and watched one of the games towards the end of the season, him and his wife Eileen, and with a good laugh and not a drink, and a couple of cups of tea with him, and yeah, lovely man, and he'll be down again to watch us again. He said he's going to Wembley actually, so yeah, just a real hero in the club's history, yeah, I would say.
Somebody else who you know very well as well, Terry Brown, we've just been talking about it.
Yeah.
Of course, came down for that Bristol Rovers game, as I said, and was very complimentary about Chertsey reaching the FA Vase final, incredible achievement. He's a chairman now.
I spoke to him today. He phoned me today to say, look, well done, and he's going to the game, and we're trying to work out where we can get to see each other for a beer. And I was just giving him abuse about being the chairman, and he's doing it for the right reasons. He's an honourable guy. It's not for me to go into those reasons now. That'll come out. I'm sure that'll come out, and Terry will tell you. But yeah, we've always got on well. You know that. There's been no shame in that, and we've had some great trips down to Cheltenham over the years, me, him and Neil Ardley, like the three amigos really, and I spoke to Ards actually toward the last week of the season to wish him well, and he sent me a message for the lads for going to Wembley. Yeah, but Brown is a good lad, yeah, and you know, I always like it when they announce what we did together as opposed to individually, because I can jump on a couple of his promotions, you know.
He mentioned as well, he said there's going to be a mini Wimbledon there. I mean, I know we've got Eric's going, Ivor's going, Terry's going. Yeah. The likes of Gareth Graham, I suppose, have been in touch. John Mayne.
Yeah, there's a few, Mickey Haswell, and a few supporters of no doubt. That's brilliant. I love that. Doesn't surprise me. That, you know, I love it, and I never take it for granted. But it doesn't shock me. It's you know, I've always been well looked after when I've been at the club since I've left, and even when I was there. And they always look after their own, and I have no doubt that they'll be there, and I'll be delighted to see them.
We're talking about the 78 game unbeaten run. Can you see the comparisons from your Wimbledon time to this Chertsey side, the team spirit that perhaps that you need there?
Yeah, I think that where it helped me in the later stages of the phase was that at Wimbledon we dealt with that sort of pressure every week, that sort of focus and intensity. So that, without doubt, has helped me sort of to see the side to where they are. I joke with the lads. I'm trying to remember the game, and I think the gate, it might have been Northwich away or something like that, and there was, I don't know, 800 or 900 of it was at it. And the lads were saying, "Oh, was 900 at the game today?" I went, he says, "If you ever wanted to see 900 at Wimbledon, you used to have to go out at 1:30.
Exactly.
Because that was, because by 2 o'clock there'd be 2,000, you know. So I always wind the lads up with that stuff. But yeah, it is beneficial to be experienced going into these big games, and my big experience was obviously the 3 years at Wimbledon.
It's just a bit of advice for those managers out there now. You'd recommend a little bit of semi-retirement for some of those managers.
Yeah, I would say do it until you don't want to do it, because sometimes it's not your choice. I've been fortunate in my life where more times than most I've did it for how I've wanted. I've been sacked a couple of times. That's without saying, but this has been special for me. This has been really. I took a gamble coming out of retirement to do it, and it's worked out. I couldn't have written this. Yeah, it's one of them. It's a Wimbledon story for me, if you know what I mean. It's just you couldn't have written the script any better.
And there's so many Wimbledon fans I know are going to wish you well and going to be there as well on Sunday. And it's brilliant to catch up with you, Dave. We hope to see you again soon.
Yeah, and listen, thanks to all, I've had a lot of messages from people at the club, and you know, I'm delighted that they stayed up, and yes, I only ever wish the place well.
Brilliant. Thanks, Dave.
Cheers, man.